Alrighty guys, so today we're making the generator for the go-kart. There's the pieces down there. So pretty much I've got the sprocket that I did want to put on here, but oh well. So this is the motor I'm going to be using for the generator. It's a 240 volt, don't know what it is, but it's a 240 volt motor. It came out of like a lawnmower thing. Like an electric lawnmower. Don't know how it worked, it was really messed up. Anyway, so pretty much there is gear reduction in here. I don't know what it is, but I turn that and it turns out really fast. I can turn that over and it turns out really slowly. So what I'm planning on doing is getting one of these derailleur cogs and putting that on there, and then getting this sprocket and then attaching that to that via a chain. Alrighty, so now I've got the derailleur sprocket off. Now I've got to mount it on there. Alrighty guys, so I've now got the sprocket all mounted on there nice and securely. So pretty much how I did that was there is a hole that was already pre-drilled in this little stubby shaft I was pointing out. So I went ahead, drilled out this cog so it fitted over it, and I put 2 holes in the sides of it, and then I put like a nail through it, and I bent up both ends, so it's kind of like seeing it like that, and then you just like jam the cog on there. So now that can't, well, it can come off, but you need a lot of force to now get that off because I did hammer it on. Alright, so if there's any confusion before, this is how it's all going to be laid out. I have the chain going to that sprocket, going back to this sprocket, I pedal this sprocket and it turns that sprocket, which turns all the gears, which turns the motor, which makes power, which then charges the battery, right? So that's how that's going to work. Okay, so I got this bolt. I got the bolt. Had to drill out that little hook thing because the bolt was too thick for it. So I went ahead, drilled that out, put the bolt through it, drilled a hole in this piece of right angle steel metal stuff, tapped it, and so that's threaded on. I'll go ahead and do another one this side and I'll show you what it looks like. Alrighty, so I've tapped and drilled and threaded all of these holes, or both the holes, so now it's on there nice and tight. So now I've got to get the angle grinder out, cut a groove in this piece of metal on the thing there, bend one side up and cut the other side off. Alrighty guys, just for a quick recap on what I've done. I went ahead, drilled a hole in this right angle metal, threaded it, and put the screws on either end. Then I went ahead with the angle grinder, cut a slot in the piece of metal. Then I went ahead and bended both those sides out. So now I can go ahead and stand that up. Now also I need to put holes in this. So what I'm planning on doing is putting 2 holes in it. A hole there and a hole there, and a hole up there and a hole down there. Right, okay. So the idea is this spins that little cog down there, right, on that chain. Now the problem I was having is it can go in any direction. This can, the pink thing on a big cog, and that can go in any direction at once. So I need to somehow stabilize it, so I thought, well, why not just use the chain and put a spring going from that little piece of aluminium up onto this tubing. So I did that, but it was too strong, and I ended up just bending all of that plastic cog and I had to replace it. So yeah. Alrighty guys, this is a really good shed door, but it's got one problem. And that is when it rains, the door, well normally most doors would sit like that, this door sits back a bit, so it lets all the water drain into the shed. So I changed the design of my generator a bit, and yeah, that piece of metal was all nice and rust free, and now it's got rust on it, so damn. Oh well, what's gonna happen. So anyway, with this I've gone ahead and relocated everything. You can see some of the old holes of stuff, one there, one there, and one there. I now actually have this plate mounted. It's part of the frame now. How I've done that is I can see all the water down there. Yeah, I'll have to get something to clean that up. Go ahead and take this out here. How I've done mounted that onto there. Went ahead and got two massive long roof screws, so like, I don't know, a couple of inches long, and screwed them in the sides. Gone right through it, as you can see. So that's how I've mounted that. Alright, so now all I need to do is line up the sprocket, line up both sprockets, cut a new chain, and screw it all down. Well, that was a bit of a fail. I went ahead, hooked up the chain, hooked the voltmeter up to it, and spun it as fast as I could, and managed to only get about 3 volts out of it, maybe 2.5, not much at all. Not enough to charge a 13.2 volt battery. So yeah, that's annoying, but oh well, so I had a bit of fun doing it. And yeah, so that's gonna be the end of part 4. But if you did want to do something like that, if you had the right motor, you had the right gears, that's a way of doing it, and I'll show you what I've got. So this is what I've got. I've got a 5:1 gear ratio, so that spins that little cog 5 times. So one turn of this crank handle will turn that 5 times. I don't know the gear ratio now. I'm thinking it's like a 1 turn of that turns the motor like 3 times or something. So you know, and then this is a DC motor. A AC motor. I believe it came out of an electric lawnmower that came out of the, like, plugged into a wall. So wall sprocket, or wall plug, that's AC power. So yeah, so I'm assuming it's an AC motor. Obviously if I could spin it way faster, I could do it, and like with that Ryobi drill just hooked up to that shaft, I managed to get 7 volts out of it. So obviously if I spend a bit more time on it and all of that, I could use that as my generator. But I'm not, it isn't the most efficient way. I want to find another DC electric motor. My dad, one of his mates has one, and that we gave to him, and Dad's going to see if he's still using it or not. So you know, we might be able to snatch that one back. So that's the one that's going to be powering that. But anyway, this is the end of part 4. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff. So yeah, bye.